One of the reasons why some of the anti-war movies fail, or they show themselves not to actually be anti-war movies, but as propaganda, because there's really no place in between. Once you commit to making anti-war movie, if it's not anti-war movie, it has to fall into the category of being semi-propagandistic, with an aspect of the red hair versus the tortoise beats the red hair, because some aspect of the tortoise beating the fast rabbit keeps the movie in suspension. They're able to put obstacles and things unknown before the protagonist that he still has to challenge and conquer against all odds, and even when it looks like he's lost and virtue comes back to save them, people come back to save them. They want to keep that which is you can hold on to more, that is in, it's not tangible, you can't feel it, you can't see it, but it exists more than the tangibilities, to the extent that you can keep it. And it finishes off the movie with that. But if we already understand that the tortoise beats the rabbit because the rabbit takes a nap, he gets complacent and cocky. So what happened in this one movie, they, were all of them that are not actually, it's like the rabbit gets ahead, he takes a nap, the tortoise passes him. I don't even want to say which movie it is, because I want to pick on individual particular movies. They tried to come in there like anti, showing you the ugly side of war, but it carried with it the same aspect that they can't get beyond thinking about in terms of fast versus, we already, because everybody innately understands that it's a slow building up. When they tell you to get a booster, you're already thinking about, even if you think you're supposed to get a booster, subconsciously you know that it's not sustainable development. It's not sustainable for you to take Rippets and boost your endocrine system in order to get immune benefits or libido benefits or different types of benefit. It's not a crusade against mRNA. I didn't even say mRNA. I never even brought up mRNA. But okay, so this movie, you can't be against the message because the message falls in line with reason, humanity, like a sense of humanity. Even if humanity is not a good thing, you can still have a sense of it. So you don't lose the plot. You don't lose your humanity, you lose the plot. And then you're a useful idiot. That's not, so you don't supposed to still save humanity anyway, even though that's a way that it sounds good. Okay, in this movie they put, instead of the rabbit taking a nap and the tortoise passing him up, like the rabbit didn't make sure that the tortoise was dead, and then decided to have a campfire and get drunk and entertain his troops. And then in the morning, they were going to go and finish the evil deed. It's basically Snidely Whiplash again, with the train bearing down on the damsel in distress tied to the railroad tracks, that alarms him to a chance that he has to right wrongs and go back and make it right. I could still untie this lady. I can hear the train whistle how far away it is. That's still time enough to untie the damsel. But I'm gonna just put more, I'm just gonna twist my mustache into perfect curlicues. It's the tortoise and the rabbit. the slow rabbit can catch up. See, the rabbit. But the thing is, and what happens is that even though the damsel still gets killed by the train, and Snidely Whiplash gets away, Snidely Whiplash has to live a life of consistency, dedication to the discipline of being one-dimensional, a one-dimensionally evil character. That means that he can't like kittens, he can't fly a kite, he can't do anything that takes away from his vocation, which is to represent one-dimensional evil. So you can do the same plot in a movie with reverse the sides, and instead of it being for the rebels, it could be for the, instead of it being for the federal soldiers in the Civil War, it could be for the rebels. Or you can switch it based on presenting you with an aspect of down home, like trying to do the things that are normal and being interrupted by some ambitious general who seizes upon your homestead, takes your provisions, sizes up your wife, looks her from head to toe, makes up his mind what to do with her. Even she doesn't have a choice whether she admires what he made. Maybe she doesn't admire anything that he's made or ever done, but he's in a position of power to decide. So that makes the anti-war movie into just a propagandistic film. Just because you can agree that the damsel in distress needs to be untied from the railroad tracks doesn't mean it's actually anti-war. Just something to consider.